Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Something from Maxace, which is always fun. I wasn't expecting anything from Maxace. They kind of just send me whatever, which is fine, because usually what Maxace sends is pretty interesting. So I can't wait to find out what it is. Thanks so much to Maxace for sending this in. I'll link whatever it is down in the description so you guys can check it out. It really does help when you guys use those links, but that's up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and let's go ahead and figure out what the heck we got going on in here. How do I know it's Maxace? Because they're the only ones who use this shiny packaging. New box. They keep changing their box unless this is indicative of some sort of different tier. The bitterness, what does it say? The bitterness of poor quality remains long after the sweetness of low price is forgotten. This is a new territory for me. It's subtle poetry on the outside of the box. I mean, it's dancing around a universal truth, but the the wording is very interesting. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and find out exactly. Oh, we have to actually cut this open. Okay. There's some kind of saying. I can't remember what it is. Buy once, cry. So help me out with that. What am I trying to say? Can you tell me down in the comments, like, what is it that I'm trying? What's the saying? I can't remember. So I'm led to believe that this is something relatively expensive. Okay, this is gonna be kind of the spicy, what the heck? Whoa. So, am I to understand? Ultim, get that out of your system. Get it out of your system. Go down in the comments and type PP however many times you need to, right? Understand the implication here. The whole freaking thing is Ultim. Wow. The implication here between the 10CR... Oh, God, I always forget this. It's Chinese VG10. That's what it is. It's identical composition to VG10. 10CR, 15CO MOV. It's VG10. The implication here is that this is an even less expensive Neptune. If you don't know what the Neptune is, it's the OTF that broke the... This shut their website down for a little bit. May have been partially my fault, but the popularity of the Neptune was unrivaled because the value on it is absurd. Now, you know, it is made in China, so the price is down. The SLD magic definitely helped keep the price down, but the overall quality that was applied to the knife versus everything else you could get at the same price point was overwhelming. The Neptune made every other $100-ish OTF look like a joke. It was a Nick Jr. cartoon, an absolute joke, right? Quality was only rivaled in substantially more expensive products, usually USA OTF. So now we have a wider. This is a big boy. Sorry, the doorbell cut me off again. Let's, I'm talking too much. Let's open it. Ooh! So the firing switch is wider. How does that translate? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yep. Oh, that's... Okay. So the only issue with the Neptune, and it wasn't even really an issue. I got to do that again. God, this thing is... I can't... I have no idea what to expect of the price tag, but I know it's got to be lower than the standard one, right? The only issue with the standard Neptune is, wow, it was really hard to fire. So I don't think they, so this has twin springs. I can't remember if the original one had twin springs or not. The body's a little bit wider. And some people are not going to care, and other people are not going to like that. The Neptune definitely has a wider blade, right? But what was cool about the aesthetic of the first Neptune is that the blade width to handle width ratio was really close. So the thing ended up looking, you know, a lot different than a lot of other OTFs that have like an awkwardly small blade come out of the frame. They've widened this frame up substantially to the point where it's definitely wider than the Recon 40 and the Microtech Scarab. And then they've kept the blade with the same. The power feels great. Really great? Yeah, it's awesome. But it's much easier to fire. Substantially easier to fire. So this is now, oh, look what they've done there. They've done the threads over here. So this goes through. So it's just the 6 screws on one side, and then you have the threads poking out the other side. We have the Ultim here, which is fine. I mean, they'll almost certainly offer this in a wide variety. Well, wide variety. They'll probably offer it in a different handle material, right? Hopefully. But we have assuming a less expensive Neptune. Almost no blade play. It is amazing how minimal they have that. This would not be my preferred aesthetic, right? I'm not over the moon for the aesthetic. I'm over the moon for the implication that this is less expensive. I would hope, right? SLD Magic, how does it compare to VG10? Or it would a similar composition like this would be like a 154 cm blade. Very similar, right? VG10 and 154 cm, as I've learned over the last couple of years, are way more similar than I had originally thought. So no problem with that. Especially if this is sub $100. Golly. Okay. I love the power. I don't care for the glass breaker, but somebody got really mad at me there. They're like, how dare you? How dare you? Glass breakers are so important. And they threw a bunch of stats at me for like how often people drive into the water. Okay, that's fine. If you live in an area where that's more likely, or you feel like because of your occupation that's maybe an occupational hazard, well, maybe, then the glass breaker would work for you, right? Personally, I don't like how it looks on my knife, but whatever, to each their own. Wider frame feels really great in the hand. I don't think there was anything wrong with the width of the original frame, right? The blade firing power is definitely on par with your high-end USA OTFs, right? Might not be quite as powerful as something like the Microtech Scarab 2, but I would say definitely as powerful as like the Combat Troodon. Definitely, and that's a high-powered double-action OTF. It's big, for sure. I would say, boy, it's at least 8.75. Let's go ahead and measure this bad boy. Yep, almost 9 inches. Over 9 inches if you count the glass breaker. If you're just going to the back of the frame, it's 8.9. I think that's about 8.85 inches. 9. If you count the glass breaker, it's 9. It's almost 9 and a quarter. It's like 9.15, 9.2, something like that. Really nice power. Don't love the two-tone blade, but that's fine. They'll probably offer different ones. The line, almost just slightly off at the tip. I don't know. And if you guys want to know something, my $450 on this side, it's perfect. My $450 Combat Troodon the line is off at the tip. It's highlighted here because this is two-tone. How close is it? Just a hair. How about the bevel? Bevel looks pretty good all the way down, right? Nice flat down the middle. Nice wide blade. Good on this side. Can't emphasize this enough. The power, like the ratio of like force required to fire to the actual power of the blade, being catapulted into the open position. Really nice. Really nice. Yeah, so got that kind of big, wide, goofy clip, but okay, right? I think that clip is a little bit too big, but honestly, it feels pretty good. There's nothing here that's sharp, right? Looks like, Maxace, listen, guys, this is a big mistake, okay? Why would you not allow this to be flipped over okay, hold on. People are going to say, you can just put it in the pocket, but then the firing switch is down here, right? You pull it out of your pocket as a left-handed person, you got to flip it over. Not that big of a deal, right? But still, like, come on. Like, all you had to do is just carve this one little area out. Okay, but outside of that, though, yeah. So this is the Neptune. Hold on. It's the PEI, or the P Neptune, as I'm sure somebody else is going to make. I might as well make that joke. Somebody else is going to do it, right? Ideally, they would have 3 different blade shapes, at least a few different handle material options, and an option for satin and tumbled finish blade alongside the two-tone. But we'll see. Overall, though, it's really great. Assuming the price is under $100, super great, right? I think this is awesome. I'm really glad that they brought this back. it will inevitably, like, if this is the first that you're hearing of it, this is the kind of thing that it was amazing when they first came out. People know about this, right? So if it's gone, like, you know, you could say, oh, it's because you showed it. Well, as soon as people find out about it, however they find out about it, this is the type of thing that goes lightning fast. They just do, right? I am sure that the fact that this exists is evidence that Maxace is interested in continuing with the Neptune, right? People were really upset about the last one. I just found out about it 2 months after release and it's gone. Why don't they have one ready for me? Because it was popular. Because a lot of people wanted it, right? So this is proof that they are interested in keeping this line alive. So if you can't get one now, you'll probably be able to get one in the future, right? I don't know. The time that you're seeing this is different than the time I'm recording it, because all of my content is pre-recorded and scheduled, which is the way that I get out 2 uploads a day consistently. That's the only way it's possible. So anyways, who cares? I'll link this in the description. You guys can check out at least where you can go and find it. But that's going to be it today. Thanks so much to Maxace. Expect a full-length review of this at some point in the future, but that's going to be it today. Thanks to Maxace for sending this in. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex and on TikTok at _metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.